Welcome to Dingers and Dashers. My name is Josh alongside my co-host Adam. It's a great day to talk all things hockey and baseball. Let's dive right into it. Adam, why don't you tell our listeners who we are and what we're going to cover for them today?
I would love to. My name's Adam, he's Josh, and we're going to be talking about baseball and hockey and all things Caps and Nats. We are two high school students starting a podcast. Join us every Wednesday to talk about the Nats and the Caps, and if you're a sports fan, you'll love this podcast. All right, so today I'm going to run down what we're going to talk about. As you know, Sunday night, Caps preseason started, Capitals season underway, and then we'll head into a little bit of the thoughts on the offseason, excitement for the season. We'll talk a little bit about TJ Oshie joining Monumental Sports Crew. Really exciting, isn't it?
It's big for Oshie. It's big for the community. Keeping one of the most essential players to this organization around the community. I think it's going to be great.
I agree, Josh. And then we'll talk a little bit about our fun segments. Throwback Nat and Cap of the Week, where we bring a Cap and a Nationals player from the past, and we talk a little about their stats and what they did for the organization and for the city. And then we'll do our Nat or Cap play of the week. Great one today. Really great one.
It's good. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's just good. Oh, yeah, and so then we're going to get right back into the national season, what went down the season. It's been a little bit of a poopy season. We'll admit that on the podcast, but from the darkness emerges a light in Daylen Lile, potential future all-star, superstar. He's the full package. Here on the podcast, we're big fans of him. We're pretty high on him. And it's okay if we've had a rough season. Trevor Williams would know the best out of anyone. It's been a rough season, but he's been nominated for a very exclusive award off the diamond. We'll cover everything there. And Adam, I think there's about 1.5 weeks left in the MLB regular season. That means the playoffs. There is actually. In case you didn't know, in case you're tuning in as a hockey fan looking to learn more about baseball, we are approaching the MLB playoffs at a rapid pace. We're going to break down everything in terms of who we think is making it, the tight wild card races. You got your classic Yankees, Red Sox. You have the Brewers taking the NL by storm. Any questions you have, any thoughts that we have, you'll hear all about it.
We love takes on the show. We might have some hot takes, some takes you don't agree with. Just let us know in the comments section. Let us know by emailing us.
Shoot us an email at dingersanddashers@gmail.com. You can also find that in our description.
All right, so let's get into it. We're really excited about the Capitals season starting and the preseason. And it was a really good game for the Capitals, winning 5-2 against the Boston Bruins. I want to start with Sonny Milano's start to the season. He's our player of the game. Sonny Milano, an incredible backhand Bardowski from LaPierre to start off the game in the first period. Has another goal later on a pass from TVR. Nice high shot. He's going up top, and I love what I'm seeing from Matt Milano.
It's great to see the Cap season get underway the right way. Obviously, the taste in our mouths coming off that playoffs was just that crushing 5-game series loss. And so, Cap fans have been pretty desperate to feel what a win is like, and doing it on the road, taking care of it early. I love it. Sonny Milano, obviously great. He's back. He had that upper body injury last year that pretty much sidelined him for the entire season. Tough to see such a great talent on the shelf. But he's back, and it looks like he's gearing up, and he's ready to go. We saw a lot of things that we liked from the Caps in this game. And guess what? That's without the core of this team. That's just with the guys who are going to be fighting for those last spots on the third line, the fourth line. That's what we're going to get from them. Imagine when we put the whole picture together, what we're going to get from this team this year.
Sonny Milano, breakout player of the year, comeback player of the year. I don't know. But I like what I'm seeing from him in the first preseason game. Also, what I saw from Hendrix Lapierre. Someone needs to prove himself on a 1-year contract. And, he's got the skills. He's got the speed. It's just, can he win himself a spot on this tough, deep Capitals roster who has 20 returners on the season? Bringing back very similar roster, 23 spots on the team, 20 returners. Like, who's going to make it? Who's not going to make the roster? And I think Hendrix Lapierre will make the roster. I just think, will he get the playing time that he deserves? I think he needs to prove in the preseason. I think it was a great start for him and start for Sonny Milano.
I think that the third line is where we need to be looking. Obviously, last season that third line was the gaping hole in which there was just a drought in terms of production. We tried it all. You bring back Lars Eller from the Penguins last season. He's obviously moved on off of the team after kind of failing to get reacclimated to DC. He was great during those Stanley Cup days. I think that if Hendrix Lapierre has a spot, he needs to earn it on the third line. The third line needs to come back to life. As of right now, Connor McMichael has been moved to the third line. At least according to projections, people are expecting Sonny Milano and Ryan Leonard to join Connor McMichael on that third line.
It's a scary line. That could be a scary line if Sonny Milano plays up to his standards, crashes the net like he did back in when he was with the Ducks, and what he did in his first season with the Caps. Ryan Leonard could have a breakout year this year. Could have a Rookie of the Year candidate. Connor McMichael, love him at the wing. Can he play the center position? That's what the question is. And I think that third line, Lapierre could find himself on it, but I'm really excited for that third line as well.
Exactly. You need to keep in mind, that's a third line coming behind Alex Ovechkin, Dylan Strome, Alexei Protas, Bavillier, Pierre-Luc Dubois, and the enforcer Tom Wilson. I mean, you look at that third line, that could very well be one of the best third lines in the sport. And then you just look at the two lines that's preceding it, and then that forecheck line and Nick Dowd, Brendan Duhaime, and brand new Justin Sourdif to the Washington Capitals came over from the Florida Panthers. He's a forward at age 23. Adam, why don't you tell us what do we see in Justin Sourdif and what can we expect from him this year?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about it. He's a good young star, and I think this is kind of like a transition from our older Mangiapane, who I'm sad to leave because he was a fan favorite. I loved him. We all called him Mange.
Mange!
Yeah, fan favorite there. He left for Edmonton, signing a 2-year contract, and I think Caps wanted to get a little bit younger, wanted to get maybe a little bit speedier. Like, I think Mange was a great enforcer, and I think Sourdif will be a great addition to that line. And that line was a big killer last year, and they did Duhaime and Dowd and Mangiapane, and I want to see Sourdif do the same thing and have the same effect on the Capitals.
Absolutely. And then you have all that firing on the offensive cylinders. Let's turn around and look at the blue line. You have returning Sandin and Carlson, your shutdown number one defensive pairing. And then hold on a minute, who's going to score the goals? In comes Jacob Chikrin off a sensational 20-plus goal scoring year last season, joined by TVR. And if you're looking for the guys you're going to throw out on a penalty kill, you found him in Martin Ferravari and Matt Roy. That last line, they're just straight defensive line. It's great. It's really good to have on the team. You need that. And let's say you get through those defensive lines, you have a beast in Logan Thompson waiting for you at the top of that crease. He's great. In my opinion, kind of snubbed on the Vezina Trophy last year. Obviously, Connor Hellebuck winning it, very deserving. He put together a great season last year as well, but you're looking at a really good team, a team that was the best team in the Eastern Conference, the Metropolitan Division last year as well. I mean, hockey's alive and well in DC right now. I'm just going to go out there and say it.
I'm so excited. Wow, I'm so excited for this season. I think we were all a little bit sad to see the Caps fall short, and we all had a little more we didn't have great expectations going into the season last year. This season, expectations are through the roof, and the Caps got to bring it and prove it. Some older players, some younger players. I think it's a great mix what the Caps have, and could we see a 2018 repeat? I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm really looking forward to the season.
It's too early to predict, who takes home a cup in June, but from what we could see, Caps fans should not be surprised if the Caps come out immediately, come out scoring goals, come out getting wins.
Yeah, if you live in Washington, please watch the Capitals this season. They're going to be electric, so fun to watch. If you never watched the NHL, please watch at least one game. I guarantee you will have a great time.
I got a lot of friends saying, the reason they just can't get into hockey because they can't see the puck. Just try for a couple games. You'll get used to it. Worst case scenario, you want to follow the Caps and you can't watch the games. You can watch this podcast right here every Wednesday. Dingers and Dashers.
And now let's get into our inaugural Throwback Nat and Cap of the Week. Our first Washington Capital throwback player is none other than Jay Beagle. Now, Jay Beagle's a big throwback for me and for a lot of Caps fans. Leaving the team after the 2017-2018 season where we won the Stanley Cup. Jay Beagle, a big performer there on the third, fourth line. And his stats with the Caps are a little surprising. I don't think people knew that he had 116 points, 51 goals, and 65 assists. Jay Beagle was somebody, maybe if you're a random fan, you maybe didn't know Jay Beagle. But Jay Beagle was one of these guys who in and out every single day, play tougher than 95% of the guys in the league. And Jay Beagle for me, I saw one of my friends had like a signed mini stick of Jay Beagle, and I was like, we got to do that for our segment. Jay Beagle is such a throwback player, and it brings a lot of memories for me from the 2018 Stanley Cup.
Email us or comment if you would love to see Jay Beagle as a guest. Switching gears, we're going to get into some Nats baseball, starting with our throwback Nat of the week. If you are a hockey fan and here to listen to primarily hockey, we encourage you to stick around. It's going to be a great episode, and this might just be the very episode that gets you into baseball. It is a great sport after all, and we hope we can get you invested. Our throwback Nat of the week is Denard Span. He was on the Nationals for 3 seasons. He had some pretty impactful seasons for the Washington Nationals. 2 of his 3 seasons, he actually hit above a 300 clip on the season, which means for any hockey listeners out there, that essentially at least 3 out of every 10 times on average that he went up to hit, he would get a hit. And that is great by baseball standards.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
It's incredible. All right, Adam. I'll tell you what else is incredible. The 11 triples that he hit as part of his first season on the Washington Nationals. Can I tell you about something even more incredible?
What? What is it?
It's the emergence of Daylen Lile, and he has actually already hit 11 triples. But the bottom line is, Daylen Lile has not been playing regularly this season. Over the past couple of months, he's started to see more playing time, and he already has 11 triples. That's pretty amazing in my book.
Oh, it's incredible. And what Daylen Lile has done for the Nationals, he's brought the Nats fans who watch every day. I know you do. You watch every single game. And for some of the Nats fans who can't get into it, he's somebody that you go on and you see him hit it inside the park home run. You're like, Nationals baseball, is it back? It's not back. But Daylen Lile is somebody that you can get excited about. I'm really excited about what to see from him. Shows me signs of Denard Span, little bobblehead here. And yeah, so I'm really excited to see what Daylen Lile can do in the seasons to come. He appears to have avoided a serious injury in a game a few days ago where he went for a ball into the corner. And looks like I think he avoided an injury, which is very good. But I think they should rest him for the rest of the season just so he can be back for next season, be healthy.
We are recording this as of Sunday night. And actually last night, Daylen Lile in the 11th inning had a game-winning 2-run inside the park home run, hitting it off of Tyler Rogers over center fielder Cedric Mullins' head, and he came racing all the way around all 4 bases to score the winning runs. In the last 30 days, Daylen Lile is actually the 4th best hitter in the MLB, behind some names that you might not expect to be up there. No, it's not your Shohei Ohtanis and your Aaron Judges. It is Daylen Lile batting .348 over the last 30 days, as of Sunday that is, behind George Springer, Harrison Bader, and Yandy Diaz hitting .416.
Love to see that from Yandy Diaz. Big Yandy Diaz guy right here. Not so much George Springer, Harrison Bader, but I love to see that from Yandy Diaz.
Oh yeah, it's incredible what he's doing. You know, regular playing time and maintaining a pace like that. It's tough to do, but for as long as he is doing it, it's very impressive.
And with our Nat or Cap play of the week, Jacob Young with an incredible robbery versus the Mets tonight on Sunday night, or on Sunday during the day actually. But Jacob Young goes back on a ball. Hit the straightaway center field, jumps up, leaps, double bobbles it, catches, robs a home run, and he's fired up. It's all over the internet. Jacob Young, what a play. What do you have to say for it, Josh?
I mean, not only did he catch that ball, I'm not sure if it was going to clear the wall. He catches it, crashes into the wall, ball pops out of his glove. He kicks it up to himself and catches it again. I mean, it's pretty rare that you see someone catch a ball 3 times as well as kick it all in the span of one play. To me, it's crazy to think about how if someone's just following along in the app, it says that someone just flew out to Jacob Young. It was much more than a fly out. It was a show. It was an act. It was amazing. Look, say what you want about the Nats season. Say what you want about Jacob Young's woes at the plate. He's been making up for it every bit in my book in that outfield. Talk about Jacob Young. There's a guy who, you know, if he can get it going at the dish, if he could start producing, he can continue to be a piece of the future at this rate that he's doing in the field. It's just, can he provide at the plate? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna come out and say I don't think Jacob Young might have what it takes necessarily to be an everyday player for the Nats moving forward. Look, we know all money behind the scenes issues aside, the Nats players, coaches, fans were ready to see a winning. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to win. I'm totally with you. They want to win. I don't know if Jacob Young has what it takes. I want to see it so badly. I love his fielding. I love his running. I want to see him hit so badly. I think he can do it. I'm going to disagree with you on this one. I think he can do it. I just think he has to have a better approach at the plate. He's not a guy who can go out there and get a bunch of hits. He's the guy who's got to be able to hit the ball on the ground, hit the ball in the air, little dribblers, bunted a lot. He's the speed guy. He's got to take walks. I just think his approach right now is not the leadoff, speedy, fast outfielder player like Billy Hamilton had. Billy Hamilton was not a good hitter. He's not a good hitter. The approach Billy Hamilton had made him a player who could play every single day. And I think Jacob Young has that ability in himself. Does he have that dog to go out and do that?
Exactly, and we hope to see him, back on opening day next year. Presumably, with how the season's been going, we're gonna get a brand new coaching staff. We're gonna have a little bit of a reset in the off season, and I guess come next season, it's gonna become a little bit more clear to us. Hopefully, was it Darnell Coles' fault as he's the hitting coach? Or was it on Jacob Young? Jacob Young has showed glimpses of how great he can be at that plate, running out plays, making plays happen. Can he do it on a regular basis? Will a new coach help? I think that we'll see all of that next season. Now, I want to ask you, Adam, what is the current state of the Nationals starting pitching?
All right, so I would like to say that there's some ups and downs in the pitching staff. So Mackenzie Gore, someone who we were all really excited to see what he had going into the season. He's proven himself. I think he's a great option, number one guy, and I like what I'm seeing from Mackenzie Gore. And then it gets a little shaky with Trevor Williams and some of the guys. Do we think that they can keep their starting role? I do not. I think we were really excited to see what Josiah Gray had, and he had a season-ending injury, and that put an end to that. But I think he'll be back next year. I think he'll be a viable starter. And in terms of Brad Lord, someone who I actually met, really nice guy actually, and I'm really excited to see that he's been playing really, really great baseball, pitching really well, and I'm really excited to see what we have from Brad Lord next season and a full season of Brad Lord pitching.
Well, I'm going to actually go ahead and disagree on you on that Mackenzie Gore front. I am very worried about Mackenzie Gore in terms of his stay with the Washington Nationals and the production levels. Hey, his first half was amazing, deserving of that All-Star game. He pitched a great outing in the All-Star game, but ever since then, it's just kind of been a downhill slide, and he hasn't been able to get it together. I personally am, I'm really hoping that he will be able to get it together going into next season. Look, I have all the faith in the world in his stuff. He's got great stuff, electric heater, really good movement on the curveball. I think that he's just going to benefit from new coaches. But I'll be honest, there is a part of me that worries a little bit. But every single thing you said about Brad Lord, I agree. He's been great. He's been phenomenal, professional. Look, the guy was working in Home Depot last offseason, 18th round pick, no expectations coming into this year. He's come in, and I would be remiss if I didn't say that I think he's deserving of at least a little bit of attention when it comes to the National League Rookie of the Year voting.
I agree. I think with Mackenzie Gore, it's just that they haven't had something to fight for in the second half of the season. I think that really applies to pitchers more than hitters, because hitters, you just go out there every single at bat. You're like, oh, I want to get a hit no matter what. It's not like, oh, we're down runs that I don't want to get a hit. I have less motivation. For pitchers, when they know that their team isn't backing them up as much and there's really less to fight for, the pitcher is going to want to get a win. I do see the worries of Mackenzie Gore, but I'm not quite on that worry yet.
I also want to just mention Andrew Alvarez and Cade Cavalli as two guys who have kind of come up throughout the back half of the season in August. Once our depth started to diminish due to some injuries, they've been great. They've been pulling their weight. They've been impressive. I'm excited to see what they're going to do next year. Although two names that next year a large question mark is going to loom over those two names is going to be Jake Irvin and Mitchell Parker. They have essentially, at least from my perspective, pitched their way out of the Washington Nationals. Sure, that they are still making starts for the Washington Nationals this season due to kind of a pretty bad lack of depth that's really been exposed here throughout the Nats' struggles. Following this offseason, does Jake Irvin, does Mitchell Parker have a spot on the team? I'm ready to part ways with Mitchell Parker. I think that he had a great 2024, a great first month of 2025. Nothing against the guy. I think he just needs a fresh start. I think that the Nats aren't getting much from him, and he's not getting much from the Nats. I think a new team can kind of shape him. But Jake Irvin, I think that's a guy that could definitely belong on this team. We've seen glimpses. We've seen those games where he goes 8 innings, scoreless, hitless. It's great. It's consistency. Can he do it? Is he ready to be a number 2 starter? He was forced into a number 2 starting role due to the Nats' gross lack of depth behind Mackenzie Gore. Can he be a 5th starter, a 4th starter? Do we even see him come out of the bullpen ever? We saw that from Brad Lord through parts of the season. We saw that through Shinosuke Ogasawara after, starting wasn't for him. There's other ways. I think that Jake Irvin could definitely add something to the Washington Nationals. I think we just need new coaches to figure out exactly what he's going to bring to the table.
It's just a little worrisome without the consistency in a rotation, without consistency from a guy who you need every 1 out of every 5 games to be that guy to just give your team a chance. Jake Irvin has these incredible performances. He has these really bad performances, and I think without that consistency, I don't see Jake Irvin having a starting rotation role on a Nationals team that's competitive. Maybe if the Nats aren't competitive for the next couple of years, I could see Jake Irvin getting that spot. But I think on a competitive team, he's either gonna have to leave or he's gonna have to stay in the bullpen.
Switching gears into another pitcher who might not be pitching much anymore this season. Yes, we're talking about Trevor Williams. He suffered a season-ending injury pretty early on after a pretty rocky start to this season. He's been nominated for the 2025 Roberto Clemente Award. We love to see that here on the podcast. We really love to see engagement with the community. Especially, he's not playing. He's still finding a way to impact DC, impact the greater Nationals community, and it's great to see. And it gives me hope that when he gets healthy, he still has 1 year left on his contract with the Nats. Hopefully, he could do some good for this team, either continued good off the field, or he can add some much needed energy on the field.
Yeah, Josh. All right, so I want to switch gears just a little bit. So, wait, how far are we from the 2025 playoffs?
I believe the regular season is ending in about a week and a half.
You know what that means. Our postseason thoughts, predictions, and regular season wild card shaking reactions.
Yeah, let's start off with the Mariners staying hot. As of Sunday night, they are 3 games up in the division on the Astros. The Mariners have just come out of nowhere this season. I think that they're a very lethal team, and I think they get some of that lethalness in their starting catcher, Cal Raleigh, who this Sunday night, he hit his 58th home run of the 2025 regular season, moving past Kyle Schwarber for the lead. Hey, Adam, is Cal going to get to 60 on the season?
Oh, for sure, Josh. With 6 games left on the season, Cal Raleigh will hit at least 2 more home runs and maybe 3, maybe get 61. I don't know I don't know what I'm seeing from Cal Raleigh this year. It's incredible to see. I love catchers. I'm a catcher. I love catchers hitting home runs. I love catchers getting in the action with the bat. And the Mariners, if they stay hot, they could be really dangerous in the playoffs. I think we're going to easily see them win that division and maybe have a chance to do something in the playoffs there.
You had mentioned 61 home runs. I say, why stop at 61 while Aaron Judge holds the AL record with 62 home runs? He accomplished that in the 2022 season. I would love to see Cal Raleigh get after that this season, go after that record. He's 5 away. He can do it. I think it would be great for Seattle. They're a great quality ball club. But moving past Seattle and all the success that they have had, let's switch on over. Let's talk about Cleveland and Detroit. It's a pretty tight race. Tell me your thoughts, Adam.
Yeah, so what we were seeing from Detroit earlier this season was dominance. Something we haven't seen from Detroit in the past while actually. Something a lot of players, just Austin Meadows, Javier Baez, We love Tariq Skubal here in the show. We think he's got what it takes to be one of the best pitchers for the next like 10 years. Him and Paul Skeens, I think they're changing the game right now, and it's really incredible what they're doing. But the Cleveland Guardians really hot right now as of late, and the Tigers a little shaky right now. I think the Tigers will pull through and win that division. They're a game ahead of the Guardians right now. I just think that they have a little more star power, a little bit more in their pitching, and I think the Guardians will be the team to fall short. I'm gonna go the Astros actually. I think the Astros are gonna be the team to fall short of the playoffs, and the Guardians will sneak in there. What do you think, Josh?
I mean, I could definitely agree with what was just said. And speaking of falling short, look no further than the NL East with the New York Mets. I don't think that they have what it's going to take. As of Sunday night, they are tied for that final wildcard position. This second half has just been disastrous for the New York Mets. Everything has just gone downhill. Anything that could have gone wrong for them has. I mean, heck, they just lost a series to the Washington Nationals. I think that should pretty much tell you exactly where things lie. Much love to the Nats. They're not a good ball club. I think we're all pretty aware of that. I see the Arizona Diamondbacks actually potentially taking that last spot. Look, they're getting hot. They're staying close in the race. I just don't think the Mets are going to hold on. Anything can happen. I think the Cubs and the Padres are definitely firmly in that wild card race. I think don't sleep on the Diamondbacks. I don't think that the Mets have what it takes to be a playoff team this season.
I think you missed a team, Josh. The Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati Reds, a team who've won 5 straight and just swept the Cubs. They're currently tied with the Mets, like you said, and I think they're going to win that. I think they're going to win that third spot in the wild card race, and even have a chance. I think they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs. They're a team with Ellie De La Cruz and a bunch of Desert Dogs, the boys. Matt McClain, Reese Hines, Encarnacion Strand, and these guys. They're really hot right now. About to face the Pirates at home. Not a tough matchup. I think they're going to win 2 out of the 3 there, and then go on the road against the Brewers, who are a tough matchup, but have nothing really to play for as they clinched the division already. And I think they're going to win 2 out of 3 against the Brewers, and I think 4 out of 6 will be enough to beat out a Diamondbacks team that's one behind them, and a Mets team who are about to go play against the 2 road series against the Cubs and the Marlins, who both want to win, and the Marlins for sure want to beat the Mets. I know that for sure.
Yeah, I think that they are definitely in a great spot. Shout out to the Glendale Desert Dogs, as Adam mentioned. That is an Arizona Fall League, which is a kind of mini MLB league that occurs in the fall, in October, November for rookies and kind of injured players who might not have gotten a lot of playing time in the regular season. They go and play this other league. So the Glendale Desert Dogs is the team that Dingers and Dashers officially supports as a fan favorite team. I would agree. Do not sleep on the Reds. I just fear that series in Milwaukee will be too much for that team to handle. Milwaukee, sure, they clinched, but Milwaukee's definitely going to want to go off into the playoffs off of a winning series. Anything is possible. Anything can happen. The Nationals handled Milwaukee earlier this season, which really shows you anything can happen at any given time. I just wouldn't be so quick to count out the 2023 World Series champions looking for a little bit of playoff magic in the Arizona Diamondbacks.
That's why we call it playoff baseball. And right now, we're playing in playoff baseball. Maybe not every team, but these teams, it's playoff baseball for them. Every game is win or lose, win or die, and it's really fun to watch.
Yeah. That will bring us to the end of our episode today. We have covered Caps Bruins, which was a big win on the Caps part. We have covered the emergence of Daylen Lile. Hey, you remember Denard Span and Jay Beagle? We talked about him too. If you're forgetting any of these things we talked about, go back, give it another listen. We thank you all so much for joining us today. We will see you here again, same time, same place, next Wednesday.
We had a great time. Thank you for listening.